You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Tears.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sick, bitches. And you're going to deal with it because you have to. You understand? Sickness can't keep a man down. That's right. Well, maybe I did something wrong in a past life. Karma's kicking my ass.
Okay, so last week I had to travel to Srream.
Here's my friend who stayed in a haunted hotel. She really wanted to be scared. She'd endure the next 2 hours of this show. Oh, yeah. It's the big show. You're listening to Truth on Tap with your host, Kevin Kierstead. Ain't gonna do nothing but stupid this show. Are ya hearing me? We're gonna do stupid sound effects. We're just gonna talk about stuff that makes no sense. Remember when you were a kid? Yeah, you do. You remember. You might be 85 years old listening to this show. But you remember, get together with all your friends on a sleepover and somebody says, "Gulpa-gumpa-ba." Then the other kid farts. And you know what? That's funny. That's funny. You don't know why. The reason it's funny is because it makes no sense. Makes no sense. That's what's funny about it. Well, I have a full-fledged plan of making no sense to you tonight. But hopefully you will call in and make equally as little sense to me and the other listeners. Because that's what's going to make this show a Stream of Consciousness stupid show. That's the game plan, people. And I'll just tell you a little bit about me and this show before we get going. I'm sick as a dog. I'm in a grand amount of pain. I'm not going to go into the details of that. Vocal cords looking more like old spaghetti. And that's just a guess. I don't look at my vocal cords, and I'm glad I can't see them. I would become nauseous. But the speaking parts of me and the breathing parts of me are having a battle with a virus or a bug. It's, it's like the battle of... It's like the Battle of Stirling with Braveheart and the Brits. I mean, one side's outnumbered, but they're fighting anyway. The other side makes a dumb move and crosses the bridge too early. Yeah, that's what's going on inside my chest. And, you try to root for one, but they don't hear you. They just do their thing, and you might even drop. So for them, this would be like having, the occasional rocket attack from the Taliban outside of Kabul. They're going, what the hell's that? We're medieval warfare people. We don't have rockets. So that's what this battle going on in my chest feels like when I drop the medicine down on them. Who's it hurting? Nobody knows. Stupid show. Stupid Stream of Consciousness show. Maybe I'm doing this for a lot of different reasons. I haven't thought about it. As usual, I think about my shows about a half hour before I do them. I do not take notes or have outlines. Or once in a while, I'll have some websites up to quote some things from. Excuse me, I haven't slept. I haven't slept right in a couple of weeks. And just to let you know, there's a related thing there. The last time I worked in 2010, my back problems were so bad that I was falling asleep at the wheel. And the last time I fell asleep at the wheel, I got us into a 4-car pileup. Not the little kind, the kind where the windshields are smashing and fenders are flying up 30 feet in the air, that kind. And in my mind, I knew that day that I was done. I was all done working, but I kept working. But I knew it was over because I could not control my sleep pattern. And when you cannot control your sleep pattern, you don't get to predict when your body will go to sleep. And it will. It will. Doesn't matter if you're flying a plane. Doesn't matter if you're standing in the middle of the road thinking you're going to cross traffic just fine. When your body shuts down, it shuts down. Good night. And if you happen to be going 60 miles an hour along a busy interstate and traffic suddenly stops, people gonna fly. Luckily, there were no major injuries in that accident. But I then knew that my options were to A, either get my back fixed to the point where I could sleep, didn't work. B, stop working altogether. That's been my choice so far. Or C, figure out some miraculous way to do my jobs without having to drive. Then I thought, well, what job could I have where nodding off all the time would be acceptable? All these things begin to factor in, along with the fact that you can't be vertical for more than 20 minutes because you've got the severe arthritis in the back and you've got the moderate arthritis in the right knee, service connected. A lot of people think, oh, they go to the VA because they were vets, so they get free health care. No, that's not really true. The VA, your tax-funded VA, will go after private insurance companies to try to get some money. It is those of us that have service-connected disabilities. That means we were injured while on duty. It's a much different story than somebody who served 2 years in the Navy and comes back 40 years later needing treatment for emphysema. Okay, it's a much different story. Their VA is going to get as much money out of somebody else as they can before they start giving you free care. So misconceptions, common misconceptions I've learned of here recently. And didn't know they were out there, but long ago I put some thought into them. You know, people think vets got this grand free health care and they only have to spend a few years in. Holy hell, man, have you heard some of the stories about the free health care that veterans get? And they're not even getting free health care unless they're service connected. So let's just clear that up once again. It's not such a good thing, folks. Yeah, not very attractive to your average human being. Dogs are treated better than us at veterinarians. You understand? That's how we're treated. Now, I will admit, because I'm forced to tell the truth, that treatment seems to be getting better. I can only speak for 2 facilities, and that is the one in Washington, D.C. and the one in Hampton, Virginia. The treatment seems to be getting better. It's like they had a meeting and said, hey guys, if you're sitting at a front desk, if you're manning a phone, if you're running the x-rays, here's what we'd like you to do. Instead of looking at our veterans as if they are some sort of bum that needs to come in and get a heroin shot, you know, that look, what if you treated them like heroes that were there and you were happy to serve? What if? Well, whatever director came in and changed things said, fuck what if, you're doing it. If you don't want to do it, you're going to find another job. That appears to be what has happened over the past 5 years, because I have known some of the people at the Hampton Veterans Administration Hospital, known them, and watched the transformation. They've gone from, why the hell are you fucking with me at my desk, to how can I help you with anything else today? Okay, there was a major change there. I'm not going to sit here and debate with you about what it was, but there was something there. Right now, I'm happy to say that Sam Broadcaster's up and working again. And I'll go ahead and bitch about some other things here, you know, because if you're a regular listening to my radio show, you don't want interruptions, you don't want complications, you don't want static popping. So I do what I can from my end to get that right. So here I am hacking away. I've put a cumulative 50 or 60 hours into getting this set up right for you so that you can enjoy your listening experience. What do I get? Spreaker.com, who's roughly got 20 employees, they don't work on weekends, to give you an idea. They don't work on evenings, all right? So if you've got a show to broadcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, they're in bed. They're overseas. They're not trying to deal with that. Weekends the same way. Well, I'm sitting here getting ready to do a very important show last night, and turns out that the server that I'm streaming to has gone down. It's the American server, not the European server. Idea being that it's closer, so you'll have less of a lag or delay or problems because you have a shorter transmission line from your SAM broadcast application on your desktop out to this U.S. server. Well, the U.S. server went down. Down, down, down. B-52, down, down, down. Okay? Down. Wasn't going to do nothing. We didn't know that. We just kept getting connection issue errors when we tried to start our show. So I said, shit. I start getting into my study. And it's hard to study when you're under conditions. It's hard to study, but I studied anyway. 1 hour after the next. Another hour followed the next after that. I'm scratching my head. I'm banging my head against the wall. I'm feeling pissed off. Then I look, and there's a speaker selection. A Spreaker server selection inside the encoders thing in SAM Broadcaster. So you're going, Kevin, I don't understand any of this. Well, I'm wrapping it up. You can choose one of two servers to broadcast your show through. In this case, if you chose the U.S. one, intuitive for those of us in the U.S., your broadcast would fail. If you chose the European one, not intuitive to those of us in the U.S. who realize that now our show is going to be delayed 5 or 10 seconds, it worked. Pick the European one, it worked. Pick the U.S. one, no comprende your signal, cannot play it. No good. No good. We've got to at least get an email notification. Hey, Spreaker people, your U.S. server's not working. We'd appreciate if you're using an external broadcaster to go ahead, come on over, get in there, and change your encoder's server to the European version. And you'll keep on streaming, running that show all over the world just like you like to do. That's what a good customer service does. They have not done that, my friends. Not at all. Not acceptable. But I'm stuck with them right now because they're so much better than Blog Talk Radio. They're so much better prices. The quality is so solid. They both lack. Blog Talk Radio and Spreaker have their weaknesses. Give me an internet broadcasting station. You can charge money if you want. That brings in the high quality audio of Spreaker with the easy phone setup of Blog Talk Radio, and has the stability and support of a Microsoft. Bring that in. And when I say stability, I'm not talking about their software. Microsoft stability, that's a dichotomy in terms. I'm talking about the stability and the availability of support. And right now it's sucking. Right now it's sucking, and I think they need to do something about it. But what can I do? You know, I got to go ahead and say I'm happy that here it is, 2013, me, a guy who has had this long-time fantasy of having his own radio show, and I don't care if 3 people listen to it, or 3,000 people, or 3 million people. I'm going to enjoy it. I think it's fun. I'll probably do this forever. I don't know. You got to leave that opening. It's like when the teenage kid gets a new guitar. They know. They know. They're the next Guns N' Roses. And then 6 months later, the guitar's in the attic, and, they're kind of into field hockey. You know how it goes. Well, I leave myself that opening. I don't trap myself into anything. This one just seems like one that fits well, feels good. I like it. I like it as a way to interact with the community. It feels good. What also feels good about it is I feel like I'm running this morally superior service, even though I'm not morally superior. In other words, I think you can run a service checking up on liars without necessarily being such a morally perfect guy yourself. Would you agree with that? Now, I might not get as much credibility as being the source, but there are excellent coaches in the NFL that have never played in the NFL, okay? I don't have to be the moral superiority in order to find out who's lying to you and expose them. That will come from local politicians and law enforcement officers, and I speak specifically about Matthews County, Virginia, about Gloucester County, Virginia, about Yorktown, Newport News, Hampton, Portsmouth, Suffolk, Virginia Beach, New Kent, King William, Richmond. You can't escape me if you're within a couple of 100 miles radius of me. I'm watching you. And if you try to slip some shit under the radar that goes against the people and is lying, I'm going to blow that shit up so wide that the fragments will land in Oklahoma. Okay? Everybody going to know about it. Don't tell lies if you're a politician. Don't abuse your authority if you're a police officer. And you and I will do just fine. We'll do just fine. The rest of you, you're not going to like me very much. No, me not your friend. Because the people need this. The people don't have anybody with enough balls to do this right now, and now they do. So we're going to give to them. We're going to give them what they want. You got a bulldog out here, folks. You got this nice, happy, hungry bulldog Rottweiler mix that loves everybody till he finds abuse of power, hypocrisy, and misleading by your leaders. And that meaning lying. No deal there. No deal. Can't have it. I'm coming to bite ankles at that point. I got the teeth out, the lips pulled back. I'm running at top speed. They're trying to run but can't outrun me. Rah, rah, rah. There you go. I just bit your socks off, your shoes falling off. You're scared to death. You won't do it again, will you? That's right, because they sicked Kevin on you. Don't come out here lying to people. Don't come out here lying to people, and don't be don't be abusing your authority. If you're a cop and you're dealing with some drunk and he's swinging at you, go ahead. Take him down. Manhandle him. Show him who the boss is. I'm with you. You're dealing with a person who is relatively innocent and who you're not even sure is breaking the law. Keep your fucking hands off of them, number one. And you don't arrest them unless you have probable cause that a serious violation is taking place that affects safety or something more sinister. Keep your hands off of them. I'm going to be watching that like a hawk, brother. Soon as somebody comes reporting that stuff to me, that's going loud and live. Comedy, Kevin, you were supposed to do comedy, and we're 16 minutes into the broadcast, and a cracker ain't heard nothing funny. Well, what the hell is going on there? I don't know. I'm getting to it. You know, I don't plan my shows. They kind of take on a thing of their own. So, here's a little something. Yeah, there we go. It's a start. It's a start. He laughed at me. He thought it was good, too, so... Yeah, these people like it. They're out in my yard. They're out in my yard. Amazing how fast they stop cheering, though. It's like they don't want to miss anything. So, thank you, guys out there, for, like, with the foghorn and all that. Just a reminder of what you're listening to.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kiersten.
Yeah. You know why Wes gets so animalistic with that voiceover for me? He knows I'm a crazy Capitals fan. He knows that. I do another show called Caps on Tap. But he also knows that I'm an animal. And, in fact, the first time we talked, this is what I said to him. Yeah, just like that. That's how I called him. I didn't even use my cell. Did that, and then I said, hey, Wes, yeah, that's exactly how that went. And he dug that. He dug that. He thought, this is a guy I communicate with. This is a guy who I should not have problems getting ideas back and forth from and to. That's going to work out okay for me. So I think he ascribed a little bit of credit to me there. You know, it was the way we communicated. We were animals in our own fields. And now I'm feeling a little emotional, so I think I'm just going to do this. Yeah, sometimes, whoa, now, I'm scratching. Yeah. That's right. Now you can feel it. I'm moving now. I'm moving like a white man. And you like this, man. And now we move to something more peaceful. This, my children, is where I bring you into a form of spiritual peace where you send me large amounts of money and I send you a book. A book that will teach you to levitate. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. Maybe this one. Do you feel the magic? Yeah, didn't work, but I'll tell you what does work. There's not a person on this green and brown ball we live on that can really avoid those natural human needs. Is there? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about right now? Does anybody have any like precognition of what I'm about to do? We're all humans, aren't we? And I can just about guarantee you, aside from certain very rare medical conditions, that every human out there is going to recognize this because they've done it. I will admit tonight that I had a couple of pork chops and some French fries. Then I went in and had another pork chop and some extra French fries. I wasn't hungry. I'm sick. But I know that you need real meals, not Pop-Tarts, to fight off sickness. So I was gobbling away. And as I sat down, my stomach, I don't know, it started communicating with me. It was like, yeah, and, oh, now it's doing it again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Lordy. That's not me. That's not me. That's the cat. How is that? That's not even possible. What the hell was that? Did I just break something? Oh, Lord. I think I'm giving birth to a 6-pound, 8-ounce black baby here. This is wrong. This is totally wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put you through that. I shouldn't have put you through that. That was impromptu. That was uncalled for. You know? Gosh. How can I make it up to you? That's the question now. Son of a bitch. Maybe there's something here in the demo effects that would allow me to figure out a way to make it up. I don't know. What was that? I don't know what that was. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but anyway. Well, apparently my fans like it. They're standing outside, as you know. I don't let them get too close for security reasons. You know, I sign autographs. What they do is they put their request on paper airplanes and they fly them toward my studio. And if they aim just right and it comes in the studio, then I'll sign the autograph and throw it back out. We do things a little differently around here because the old ways are boring.
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
Yeah, well, I say that to people every day because I will get John Wayne on your ass. Nobody wants that. See, the way I figure it, I may be injured, but with a nice release of adrenaline, you could be Superman for about 2 minutes in any situation. You sure can, especially if you got a cane. You'll turn into Bruce Lee with pipes. I mean, screw the nunchuck, we screwed them sticks together. Woof, 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 woof. You know, don't mess with a brother. That's how that goes. Do you like bullies, y'all? I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies. Now, I'm going to be rambling here for some period of time. I'm going to see if the show even posted so that people know it's on. If they don't know it's on, they'll listen later. That's fine. I'm not saying this is one of my strongest shows and one I'll show a lot of emotion in. I just feel like with all the serious topics we've been doing lately, we needed something like this. So I'm going to push it for a while. And what I'm going to do is guys are not very good at multitasking. I think we've established this. And there's always exceptions. Everything I say has exceptions. When I'm talking about a group, I'm talking about the majority. We're not that good at multitasking. And so what I'm going to try to do here is keep this show going while I'm testing myself now. I could throw a Bad Ace song on and then go do my work. But I'm not going to do it. Not this time, because I'm trying to get better, even better than I was before. So as I'm talking to you and bringing you the show that's going to be about stupid, I am going to try to load up an entirely new category of sound effects. And if you've ever used Sam Broadcaster before, you may very well know that saying that is much easier than doing that. I like to name my sound effects folders special, like I have one Kev Effects, you know, kind of my stuff. Now I'm doing one called Hell Effects, which means there's going to be a shitload of them, and they should be hella funny. Alright, so we're getting in there. Let's see, we're going to add a directory. Now the question is, where did I download my sound effects to? I think I know. I'm not telling you. I mean, you got to do the work. I'm not just going to tell you where I downloaded my sound effects. It's giving away all my secrets. But I got them. I got them in here. Let's see what I've got. What do I have tonight that... there's a good one. There's a good one. Wonder if these will work. Let's try these. Now, I don't know if any of these will play because it's been my experience that... a lot of these won't play. See? And you just put everything in the wrong damn folder. Well, that bothers me. It bothers me when computers don't do what you tell the damn things to do. Remember when the TV first came out? What'd you do? What'd you do when you got one home? Think back. I'll give you time. Think back. Think back to the TV. Radio, too. Doesn't matter. You got a new radio. You were bringing it home. What'd you do? How'd you make it work? You plugged it in. You turned the fucking thing on. Remember that? Don't try that shit with a computer. You plug it in and turn it on. When you plug a computer in and turn it on, you are at the beginning of your troubleshooting episodes for the night. It is not time to rest, relax, and enjoy your computer. It is time to begin the work of making it ready to use for your enjoyment, at least in bouts while things are going well. We got to do something about that. We can do better than that. And you know why it happens? Because you have the Microsoft people over there working on their software, doing their thing. Then you got the Flash people over here, and then the Sun Microsystems people over there doing the Java. Then you got the, the SQL and all the database stuff going on, and the Thunderbird. God forbid, when the browser wars start. You've got Chrome, you've got Opera, you've got IE, you've got Firefox. It is bloody ridiculous. And I have to use 3 browsers to bring this broadcast to you. Can you believe that? Because shit that works in one won't work in another. And I know my computers. I keep my Flash updated. I know what to watch out for. I've got these little malware traps in place so malware can't jump into my system and mess with stuff. And I'm using 3 different browsers to get this stuff to you and to keep the communication open. I need Firefox because I prefer using that for my Facebook and reference pages while I'm on a show. I got to have Opera open to make anything happen in the studio that Sam Broadcaster can't handle. And then if I'm looking for files that I may need to download or something, Opera won't handle it. Firefox ignores my request half the time. I got to have Chrome up for that. It's just ridiculous. I don't use IE for anything. IE in the field of browsers is the devil. They have loaded so much shit into that. It's like taking a giant, it was already a giant, weighing him down with solid iron armor that has Kevlar coating, and then putting 6 more of those outfits on him that are gradually bigger, and telling the giant, go fight, fast. And he takes 2 steps and he falls flat on his fucking face. That's Internet Explorer. You want an analogy? That's Internet Explorer. That's what it does. It's called bloatware. It's bloated. Too much shit going into it. Give me something slim and trim but works. Opera, too slim and trim. Doesn't do it all. Chrome, slim and trim, does a lot, doesn't do enough. Firefox, you got your shit straight, but you can't keep it straight. You've got the balance of power and speed. You've got it. And you give people that freedom to add in add-ons. But something happens with you. Is it some conspiracy? Is it that the websites that are being published, perhaps by Macromedia software, Dreamweaver for example, are getting updates that aren't favoring you, Firefox, because Microsoft's hitting them with some change on the back end? It's an ugly game out there. We just want to turn it on and watch it work, don't we? We bring the radio home, we turn it on, we find the station, we're done. We're vacuuming, we're reading, we've got it going. We don't worry about the music function anymore. On a computer, can't log in here. Uh-oh, this window locked up. Uh-oh, my audio is skipping over here. Oh no, can't play this game, the screen went white. We should not tolerate that. We are spending a shitload of money on computers and software. We should not tolerate that, but we do, and as long as we do, they're not going to spend the money to correct it. They've realized that in these big companies. They're going, we really need to fix items 1 through 4,422. But guess what? People, and we've got the economy guys in here now. We've got the salespeople in. They're saying, sales are up. Well, shit, don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Sales are up. Sales are up because population's up and people need something to use. No, you hope for justice, don't you? I hope for justice. I don't know. So let's see. Now I got a bunch of new shit in here. I may not be very funny, but I think these effects will be. Just depends on how I use them, really. Timing is everything, isn't it? You ever take your pants down to your knees and aim your behind out the passenger side window? Doesn't matter if you're driving or not. Just let go of the wheel. You'll be all right. Aim the butt out the passenger side window and see if you hear this. Yeah, because if you don't hear that, nobody wants to see what you're showing them. And that could be good or bad, depending on your goal. But, something along the lines of that will tell you that they approve. It probably is some old dude that looks like Danny DeVito with his finger up his nose, so his approval of what you're showing out the window may not be such a flattering compliment. I don't know. The Sound of Freedom, do you like that? I do. I love it. You didn't even hear it, it was so fast. That's how fast our jets are now. This is what we're hearing all too often in the Middle East, isn't it? Oh, yeah. This has got to get better. Got to get better. Yep. Good reporters walking through the middle of this. They're hearing the rat-a-tat-tat. They don't care. They're getting the story. They want to know why the donuts on Karbala Street are selling so much better than the ones on Republika Street. They're getting their story. They're bringing it to you. Shots going off all around. But they got a deadline. They can't be worried about borders. I mean, they got to get the story out there. Helmets are for schmelmets. Ain't wearing no helmets. What was that? Did I just have my ear shot off? Okay, I can still hear through it? That's cool. Let's keep going. Going to get the donut story. We're going in. I'll duck. If it makes you feel better, I'll duck. Which says we have breaking news on smart cars. They're now making smart cars that have radios in them so loud that they can actually levitate. Well, shit. I've got to hurry up and finish with my donut story. Are these guys going to shoot me or not? Because these people suck. They can't aim. Look at me. I'm a tall white dude, gray hair. What the fuck? What are they shooting at? Is it like 4th of July to them here and I'm just misunderstanding? I don't know. I'm getting my story. God damn it. I'm going to find out why these donuts are so good because the people want to know. And I'm a journalist, and journalists get the story. That's what we do. If you can't get the story, we'll find another career. Walk through the war zone. Get the story. I think I just took one to the knee. Hey, hand me that stick over there. No, just hand me that guy's gun. I'll use it for a cane. Yeah. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Get the door. Get the door. Yep. Here we are. There we go. All right. So, we hear your donuts are the best ones out there, and that none of the Shia can compete with your Sunni donuts. How do you explain to the world that your donuts are selling at 3 times the rate of his? Yeah, I'm bleeding a little, but I'll be all right. Do what? Translator, come over here. What's he saying? Oh, he's saying to shove a jelly donut in the wound. Are you sure that doesn't sound sanitary? Are you sure that's okay? What? Oh, he says he says they're made with alcohol. They've got alcohol in them, so they're going to sanitize. Oh, so they're going to sanitize the wound. Okay, give me one. And we just that's smarts a little. Yeah, jelly donut in the wound. I hate to waste one. Can I pay you for this? Yeah, of course. You want me to pay? Of course you do. There we go. Patching up the wound. I need to get this donut story. Listen, I got to hurry. We've got a smart car story breaking on the U.S. side of things, and I'm not going to be the last guy in there with that. You know, floating smart cars is just one I cannot miss. That's an important one. It'd be different if it was like, you know, cats have learned to sing opera. I could live without that because I don't care about it, but floating smart cars, I got to get there. So, do we have anything I can wrap the leg up with, just in case I don't want to use? I don't think they're going to let me carry the gun on the plane, so I need to be able to walk on the plane. Can we do that? All right. Well, let's get on out the door here. I wish you could have given me some. I tell you what. Here's my card. Call me when you've calmed down some, and tell me what it is you're doing with these donuts. Are you putting in the opium? I know opium sells well around here. Because that would keep people coming back. I got to believe that. Thank you for your cooperation, and thank you for the donut story. Do keep on your bulletproof vest, because as I've proven, shit can hit you. And keep selling those donuts, Farid. What's your name? Farid? Faringoda? I can't say. I have a cold. I can't say it. Hold on. Oh, that was it? Okay. Well, I can't duplicate that. It hurts my chest, but I'll see you later. Okay. All right. So there you go. Thank you, people. You know, that was, of course, impromptu, like most of my stuff. And I've still got people outside saying, "Is that the end of the show?" Yeah. Thank you. You know, I'm good at what I do. I am. And there's even a little boy in here on my ceiling. I don't know whose boy he is, but he laughs. He's laughing at the thing. It was just time for a silly show. I need to get my mind off news. I don't care how funny it is. You want to call it and make it funnier? Call in and make it funnier. The number's 910, no lying. And that's not a joke. It's the number. You can also get in on the chat, which I check about every 15 minutes if I can. So you may be in there already and not even paying attention. Let me go over to the show here, because that's how I be doing. Spreaker, Kevin, okay, my profile. Profile running now. Stream of Consciousness. It's called STOOPID. Oh, that's gonna mess with everybody. That's good. All right, I'll leave it as STOOPID. I don't see anybody in the chat room, though. I guess that's a good thing. So this one looks like it's just going to be me. Oh, listenership has been picking up rather quickly. If you're looking at that graph, you know, when I first started out a month ago on Blog Talk Radio, I was getting 20, 30 listens a day. Couple weeks ago, I jump over to Spreaker. I'm up to 70, 80 listens a day. Couple days ago, from then, when I get up to 1,000 listens on Spreaker, I'm up to 1,500. So I'm getting 150, 200 a day. And not complaining about that, because it tells me a couple of things. It's both exciting in a happy way and depressing in a sad way. I'll give you the bad news first. What's depressing in the sad way? It means people are listening to me. You're listening to me. Oh my goodness. That's a very sad fact indeed. What's good about it is that maybe this show will go somewhere, you know. Maybe we get a chance to connect with each other in a way people weren't willing to before. Maybe I represent a voice that Howard Stern can't capture, you know. Maybe sex on the radio isn't enough to really keep you intellectually stimulated. Maybe the extreme hatred you hear spewing out of a Bill O'Reilly, or a Glenn Beck, or even a Keith Olbermann, or the snide comments of a Rachel Maddow. I used to have a lot of respect for Rachel Maddow. Keep your political beliefs to yourself, Rachel, but I'm looking at your intelligence. Here's what I'm seeing. You've got this great insight It's a deep insight. It is a clever insight, and it is a ever-adjusting insight to be accurate. Here's what you get. That's what you got going for you. Let me tell you what you have going against you. Rachel Maddow, Dr. Rachel Maddow, says she's talking about the Disclosure Project. Most of you know what that is. It is something that Dr. Stephen Greer is running. He was an emergency room doctor down there in North Carolina, living the life, white picket fence, happy family. Got into UFOs, started talking to pilots and astronauts, started realizing that this wasn't just something that crazy people talked about. We now have pilots and astronauts and FAA officials and high-ranking government officials saying, it's probably time we came out with this. They're not making money. They're not making money. So what? In fact, they had to spend money to have these mock Congress hearings on Capitol Hill where they had to bring in current and former Congress members to listen to these 400 astronauts, pilots, FAA officials, government officials, military personnel, both high-ranking and low-ranking, give their stories of their encounters with UFOs. Does there come a point in your mind where you go, scientifically, the proof burden is now met for me. I've got to give this a serious look. Or do you still insist on saying, well, all those guys are either mistaken or they're trying to make money? Is that what you're thinking? Well, if that's what you're thinking, you're wrong. I can say that. You're wrong. And the reason I know that is because I know the honor and credibility of many of these military people when it comes to speaking to our government. Speaking to our government. And they are willing to stand up in front of God knows how many Congress people, senators, anybody in the House of Representatives, anybody in the cabinet or the president's staff, and say, I'm putting my hand on a Bible right now, and I'm telling you this is what I saw. Now you tell me what they have to gain from that. Think about that for a minute. It'd be different if you came out right after Betty and Barney Hill and you had a story, okay? Yeah, you're looking to make a few $1,000,000 then. But everybody's got a UFO story now. You can't believe any of those, right? What do you have to gain when you're a retired general, the highest rank we have in our military, and you say this happened? The UFO thing, oh, that's real. What do you say to 10,000 people in Phoenix who watched something fly over their heads that was twice the size of an Air Force aircraft carrier, Navy aircraft carrier? What are you telling those people? It wasn't 3 people. It wasn't 17 people at a party. It was 10,000 people across Phoenix, including the governor at the time, also an ex-Air Force pilot, he believes. So Rachel, when you come on your show and you say, with a little smirk, and we all know the little smirk, and you say, looks like Stephen Greer's Disclosure Project is down there in the Capitol right now with a pretend Senate hearing on UFOs and the disclosure. Smirk, smirk, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. How about these crazy fuckers? Right then she lost my respect. Because you will not find a more credible witness of any type than someone you find in the sky identifying sky anomalies, than someone you find in the FAA who has studied these charts for 40 years and knows he's seeing something there. They don't make them better than that. They don't make witnesses better than that. And Rachel says it's not legit. At that point, my invitation to Rachel was, Rachel, you can kiss my ass. You need to rethink that one. I need to see in a show with an apology on it. You're out of your league, kid. You're just too young. You're not understanding. You got so much to learn. This is real. This is real. We can argue all day as to what they saw. We can argue all day as to whether or not alien life forms have visited this earth. I'm not even sure of that. What I do know is that what these men saw was real. That's what I do know. And in 9 out of 10 of the cases they report, they had more than one extra eyewitness. Okay? So you think about that, Rachel. You think about it. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, you know. You were a person who was out there promoting stamping around the edges of the scientific knowledge base, you know, encouraging people, especially kids, to step outside of the box. Then we get in some reputable witnesses talking about stuff that has been, since 1947, pushed to the fringe elements by the United States government. You just got right on that bandwagon, didn't they? Sold you that like selling ice to an Eskimo, man. Yeah, those UFO lunatics are crazy. And you bought right into it, didn't you? You better look at the data. You better look at your damn data before you say something else like that on one of your shows. You don't want to become one of my Tuesday Tar Day victims. No, you don't. I don't want to do that to you. You're too smart. Don't make me do that to you. I'm also trying to help a friend out here online. It's just a pain. It's just a pain. You ever install an operating system and you put in the key that they give you because they're trying to make sure nobody's stealing something from somebody, and the key doesn't work, but you've spent your money the good old-fashioned way? You've spent your money. You know, it's unacceptable to me. There are so many things that we're just being okay with. We're seeing them, we're getting pissed off with them, and then we're doing nothing about them. Anybody know what that is? How does that work? Is that the way, I mean, at least explain to me, is that the way it's going to go? Is that the way our future's looking? I'm just one guy, I can't change it. But is that the way, is that the future I have to look forward to? If something is slowing you down and, you know, just slowing you down and has you at a standstill, it's okay. Shit happens. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to help out a friend here, so you're going to hear me skipping in and out. He's got to get his Windows Vista up and working. Oh, Lordy. And you know what I'm going to do to give my voice a break? Because the most excellent band to ever assemble, known as Bad Ace here in southeastern Virginia, has sent me a few songs to play with their express unwritten permission. And I will load a couple of those up as I get my bearings here with this new version of Sam Broadcaster, since I went through pure hell last night trying to get things to work the way it should. And I'm going to put 2 on for you just to give us a little break here. These songs tend to play louder than my voice does a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop down the volume on these songs a little and see if it does a better job at normalizing, so the sound effects in these songs aren't, you know, you're listening to me and you got me turned up and then BAM! You know, they come on. So hopefully this will work out. I'm going to play these. They shouldn't be a volume shocker to you. But just to give you a heads up, I'm going to start playing Matchbox, and that's going to go into Reality Check. I'm going to start that in about 3, 2, 1, BAM!
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kiersted.
You asked me some years ago, do you ever think you're gonna find your freedom on a matchbox floor? been cold, I've been selling, I've been sold, but they never did break my love. It's been a long, long ride. It was never so easy to be caught up in the rain with a pocket full of shame. No prescription for the pain, your connection's down again. Sooner or later your eyes go blind, you come back down for the friend to find, but they all left you behind. There ain't no profit for pride on the east side. No, 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 no. And the dogs that leave you for dead on the county line. And you hide all your dreams in a matchbox on the floor. No. And you're praying to God, the man don't know you don't. Dream way. Ran across your picture, baby, just the other day. Imagine conversation, you knew just what to say. Held you in my arms and never let you go. And I realized I love you ever more. I didn't realize, I didn't realize I felt so strong for you. I didn't know that I could feel this way, even on such a cloudy day. I didn't know a feeling of this kind. Feels so good inside. Feeling this way.
Bad Ace, reality check. Did you get your reality check? Do you feel like you're closer to reality than you were before? Well, that's good. It's one of the things I like to do with this show. Except in this episode. In this episode, I'm trying to give you a bit of an escape from reality. Looking around here, trying to figure out if I can find some one-liners that even I'm impressed with. And I have not been impressed. I listen to comedians all the time. I don't try to emulate them. I just listen because life sucks, wouldn't you agree, pretty much? And comedy helps offset the suckiness. That's the way I look at it. So I'm going through these, pickup lines, points to ponder. Whatever happened to just funny, all right, witty one-liners? Here we go. I mean, let's hope some of these are good. I'm an apathetic sociopath. I'd kill you if I cared. Yeah. It's all right. I don't want to analyze it. I mean, I think it lacks a bit in depth, and yet funnier than a lot of the crap I've seen out here lately. Make me laugh, people. Tell me good websites to get jokes. Go to the Facebook page if you would. Facebook.com/TruthOnTapShow. And we will go to some of those sites if they're good and read some of those jokes. Maybe get some laughs. You never know. It could happen. I'm looking at some of my sound effects here thinking, well, gosh, Kevin, what if we got into some good sound effects and didn't have the correct sound, or some good jokes and didn't have the correct sound effects to really give them their due on a radio show. I don't know. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. So I think I'll probably just go ahead and read some of these out to you. And maybe they'll just give you a big fat smile, and how can that hurt on a Sunday night? Atheism is a non-profit organization. You're going, what? Profit is spelled Prophet. Yay! Now we get it. I like that. That's a funny joke. Let me warn you people, when people say that's so funny, it means I don't want you to feel embarrassed that I'm not laughing, but it's not funny enough to make me laugh. So I'm going to say that's so funny. Yeah, have no confusion in your mind about that. because that's what it means when someone says, "That's so funny." Yeah, it means I can't quite get myself to laugh, but I don't want you to think your joke was terrible. So, that's so funny. If you hear that, believe that you've failed. You can pretend that you haven't, have the big smile on your face, tell the next joke, but you failed on that joke. For whatever reason, and maybe the joke's funny and they're just in a bad mood. But it didn't work with them. You got to be aware of that. What is this human body? That makes no sense. Yeah, all right. Okay. No, we don't need that. Don't do that. I don't want people on my show gargling. There's no use for that. There's absolutely no use for that. New York, 2 minutes of it. No, I'll play it. Fuck it. What you gonna do? I got New York. We're in New York. You're looking at the freaks that walk in 10 abreast. Some have mohawks, some hairless altogether. Some not fully clothed. It's okay. The cops are coming, but they're not there yet. See, this is New York. This is how it happens. Why do I hate New York? 45,317 things happening per second. I can't keep up with that. Now, you have a choice. You can exhaust yourself trying to keep up with that, or you can ignore it. And if you ignore it, then the guy behind you right now with the giant purple wig and the 12-inch blade, he's going to wreck shit in your life. So you can't really ignore it. There's a bus spitting out diesel fumes all over you. You'll be dead in 10 years. You'll be on a respirator. That's okay, because that's all part of the workday. Here come the cops. Here they come. Tried to warn you. Now it's too late. They're still coming. Oh, looks like it's a fire too. Could be cops and fire because somebody tried to set the building on fire. You don't know. Welcome to New York. Would you come over here and get a hot dog? See, this is why I wouldn't make a good vendor in New York, because this is how I talk. Hi everyone. Would you come over here and try a hot dog? No. You can. They're not. I've priced them fairly. Would you come? They're hot right now. Yeah, I already cooked them. Yeah, you're not buying like hot dogs. Why don't you want one? They're clean. I'm clean. I've cleaned them. No, we don't have buns right now, but I'm putting them on bread. Yeah, it's rye. It's hot dogs on rye. That's okay. No, you don't want one either. Because I'm not selling. How about 2 for 1? Yeah, that didn't work either. I couldn't get them to buy 2 for 1. I wouldn't do well in New York as a street vendor. That's okay. You accept your limitations and you go forward. Realize that's a weakness. Won't focus on that. I'll go find a strength. New York City living, can do it. Bless your heart if you can do that. Bless your heart. Because you have either learned to ignore everything around you, or you have a brain that moves Mach 7.6. Neither is the case with me, and therefore New York and I will not have a relationship together. We've been broadcasting here, if my records serve me correctly, and a lot of times they do not, for about an hour and 6 minutes. I haven't broken any ground here with humor. I certainly haven't broken any ground here with discussions about humanity. I think I just wanted to reset the tone. You know, everything's been so angry lately. Time to get back to just being humans. And I had to take my little attempt at dry humor. Why not? You know? I don't know. Sometimes you just have to do shit. That's how that goes. And before I let you go, though, there were a couple of things I'd like to play for you. Stuff like this. Yeah, that's just annoying as shit, isn't it? But guess what? We're going to have laser fly swatter soon. Sound like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dead fly. Dead fly. And that's the robot that you send out to kill the goddamn flies, so you don't have to worry about them. And this is when the robot's running. It sounds a little clumsy, but he gets there. He gets the fly. And this one... I can't be sure what that was. I mean, it sounded like people roller skating down a mountain. I mean, that's the best I can do with that. A creaky, yeah, boots. This one's boots. Nothing. Accent. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. I like
Technical
it.
foul.
Technical
foul.
Technical what?
Foul.
How about you finish saying your fucking words, brother? I don't know what a technical foul is. People be making shit up. Alright, well, you know what we're going to do? Because this isn't fun. This isn't fun to me, and I doubt it's fun to you. So what I'm going to do here is just remind you of what you've been listening to.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead.
And then I'm going to throw on 2 more Bad Ace songs. Because you know you love them. So any show that's got Bad Ace, how do you lose? You know? You've been listening to Truth on Tap with Kevin Kierstead. It's been the STOOPID Dumb Show. And we're going to lead out of here with Bad Ace Falling Faces and Without You. What do you say? Is that a deal? Is it? Is it a deal? Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Okay, that's a deal. That works for me.
I'm more again till I couldn't get no higher. Every night just looking for someone to light my fire. Well, I got a little older, and my daddy told me, son, if you keep on doing what you're doing, you're gonna wind up on the run. Well, you gotta settle down, boy, gotta learn how to behave, or you're gonna drive your mama straight to another grave. Well, babe, I'll never leave you, you know my love is true. You see, I can't make it, baby, without you, oh no, without you. Girl, I couldn't last a day now without you, without you, oh no, without you. Girl, I couldn't last a day now without you. Well, I met other women, but I didn't feel the same. Some wanted me forever, some didn't even know my name. Some chewed me up and spit my heart in pieces on the floor. But you took me around the world and kept me coming back for more. And babe, I'll never leave you, you know my love is true. You see, I can't make it, baby, without you, oh no, without you. Girl, I couldn't last a day now without you, without you, without you, babe. Girl, I couldn't last a moment without you. We got together, you made my spirit soar. Never these new passing down, baby, well I love you so much more. You fill my days with sunshine when the clouds are pouring rain. Girl, you got me so excited, just got to dance insane. And babe, I'll never leave you, you know my love is true. You see, I can't make it, baby, without you, oh no, without you. Girl, I couldn't last a day now without you, without you, without you. Girl, I couldn't last a day now without you. No, no, no. Yeah, I'm crawling on the floor. Yeah, I'm knocking at the door, but I can't stop no more. Not without you, without you. Girl, I couldn't last a moment without you.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Tears.